He's just a good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
Hey folks, we are full on in the off season. I'm all ready to go racing. We've been done for, I don't know, a couple weeks. Obviously, it was a lot going on towards the end of the season there with messed up race cars and what did we do? One wheelie, one blown tire, and when we finished up at Pomona, I literally flew home, was home for about a day, flew to the Freedom Factory. I hope y'all have watched that video already. And then I went and filmed with David Newbern, Michael Cotton, Faster with Newbern and Cotton. Did that. I don't know what I've done since then. Really, I just got home, turned into Thanksgiving pretty much as soon as I got home. And now I'm out in the shop and we are going to do some maintenance on Dentley. So, if you're new to the channel, let me give you all a little rundown on Dentley. Dentley is a 2004 four-door Ram Dodge 1500. It was my truck. I bought it used with about 20-something thousand miles on it, something like that, with a 5.7 Hemi. And then when Dalton, my youngest son, that one right there, I don't think this was his first truck. No, it wasn't. I was still driving this one. Anyway, like any teenager that gets a truck, it ended up with dents everywhere. And all of his buddies named it Dentley. Well, you may or may not know, but Don and I lost Dalton in 2015. Jeff Lutz and I went crazy on this truck. It's got Weld Delta 1s on it, 16 by 16 with some 34 by 18 and a half tires on it. And yes, they are DOT legal. It's got a wheelie bar and a parachute that it doesn't really need. Full custom bed cover that Jeffrey Lutz built. A aeromotive fuel system in the back. Big old wheel tubs for the big old tires. It's got really cool custom exhaust. Jeffrey did stainless works right out the side. Built this thing with drag and drive events in mind. I am going to grab a light and show you some more. All right, got a little better light, so now you can kind of see. She's got a lot of roll cage. Got a cool custom console front to rear that Jeffrey built. Cool TCI shifter. It has a fast fuel injection system. What every car guy really cares about. It's not how cool the interior is. It's all about the engine, the motor. It is an Arrington Performance 426 cubic inch Gen 3 Hemi. It's got twin precision turbos and all stainless exhaust. All of this done by Jeff and Jeffrey Lutz. It's got some pretty cool water jetting that Jeffrey did on the icebox. And I know a lot of you folks have seen all of this. So where am I headed with all this video today? I have driven Dentley a lot more than what y'all have seen if you've watched every video. So I am going to pull the valve covers on this thing. It's got a solid roller cam in it from comp, and I'm bored. I wanted to hang out with you guys, and I'm also going to answer a couple of questions. I actually went and read some, printed them off, and I want to answer them. First question before I go to work is from Randall Tufts 3321. How's the Durango hunt going? Those of y'all that don't know, I had gotten Donna a 2018 Dodge SRT Durango. We bought it in middle or late July, something like that. Very low mile SRT, and it got stolen from the airport, Memphis International Raceway. We parked it on October 26th when we were flying out for the Vegas race. I don't remember when we got home. Any rate, we were gone 19 days. We parked on October 26th, and in their video footage, they found it leaving the Memphis International Airport parking structure on November 2nd. And we got home on like the, I don't know, 17th, 16th, 17th, 18th, something like that, whatever. We were gone 19 days. And how's the hunt going? I would say that it's done and over with. Just a few days ago, insurance settled up. So now we're shopping for another Durango SRT, low mileage, preferably in white. Myself, I like black vehicles. Jeff Lutz obviously likes yellow vehicles. Donna likes white ones. So that's what we're doing. All right, I'm going to go to work, and along the way, I will show y'all some things about Dentley for those of y'all that don't know and haven't followed along. There is a playlist on Dentley. You can go get the entire story. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to bring y'all with me. Okay. We have got the passenger side valve cover off Dentley here. And as you can see, the engine is way back under the firewall. A lot of people, when they look at this thing, they're like, man, that motor scooted back. And it is, but that's all stock location, stock. What is not stock is the T&D rockers that are on this thing. This is very similar to what the Top Fuel engine is. You've got an intake rocker shaft, front to rear, and an exhaust rocker shaft, front to rear. And these look very similar to the rockers on the Top Fuel car, just baby versions. So these are obviously adjustable rockers, and it is a comp cams. It's got Beehive comp springs on it. We still have not turned this thing up, and I know it's driving y'all crazy. Trust me, it is me too. But with my crazy travel schedule, it is what it is. So, what we're going to do now, I have told y'all in this video, I think, I've driven this thing a whole lot more than what you guys have seen on video here. So I got time, was a little bit bored today. We're going to check the lash. That's what we're fixing to do right now. So I just thought about it before I start this. I wanted to tell you folks how I go about doing valve lash setting. And the way I do it is just exhaust opening, intake closing. So I set the intake valve lash when the exhaust valve is beginning to open. This puts the intake lifter at the base circle, which is where you want it to be to do that. And then you set the exhaust valve lash when the intake is about halfway down on the closing side. Pretty dang simple. You just rotate the motor, get those rockers where you need to be, check them. Pretty simple. On Dentley, on this Gen 3 426 Arrington Performance engine, I set them at 15 thou cold, and that's what we're going to do. You know what I need to do? I need to answer one more question. Let me walk over here and look at these questions while we're here. Filming, not working, so check out my little sheet here. Gary Payne, do you race the Southern Nationals in Commerce, Georgia? Or wait a minute, did you race the Southern Nationals in Commerce, Georgia before the track closed forever? Absolutely. My first ever trip I got to make to a national event was Atlanta Commerce. Been racing there forever. So Gary, if it's an NHRA national event in the last 25 years, most likely I was there. That's how I pay the bills. Appreciate that question and comment. Back to Dentley. Let's do some valve lash, people. So I got myself one of these cheap little deals. I connected that to the starter so I can spin the engine over. Pretty simple. All right, so we're watching this exhaust valve. And what we're looking for is when this exhaust valve is beginning to open, we'll set that intake. So we're going to bump, intake. Boop, did you see it? Started to open. That started to open. So now we will check this lash, and I can tell you it's got too much lash right now. That is way more than 15 thou. So we'll grab a wrench, loosen that up, get a little Allen, tighten her up a little bit, set it to 15 thou. That's how we're going to do that. We are completed on one side. I just got to put the breather tube back on there. But lash is all lashed on this side. And I did this side first because this side is more difficult thanks to the old Hydro Boost, which kicked our butt for a long time. So, got to get started on that side. But first, let's answer another question. I actually enjoy doing that a whole lot, to be honest with y'all. I really do. So, next question. Shooter ready, stand by. I'm assuming that's a guy that does some competition shooting. Great season by the entire RWR team. 3 Wallies ain't nothing to sneeze at. That head snap in Q1 looked pretty violent. Do you wear Hans device? So, I happen to know he's talking about Q1 Pomona, brand new car that we decided to whistle it all the way to the finish line. Thing was ripping, hauling butt. And approaching the finish line, broke a rod, hit a valve, kaboom! So you go from positive G's where you're being pulled backwards by the old Top Fuel car to negative G's where your head slings forward. Yeah, stretch mode neck out a little bit on that one. And look crazy looking on the video.
Knock the blower off. Look how far Clay's head came forward when the blower came off of it. And believe me, you are strapped in one of those things pretty darn tight, but that's how hard the car is.
Yes, I wear a Hans device. Actually, everybody in the nitro classes, actually, I think all the way down to maybe top dragster now, are required to wear Hans device. Did not plan on doing show and tell, but I just walked over here and saw a Hans device. Decided to set up a shot. So how a Hans device works. See these right here? So the Hans device actually clips to that. A little hard to do while trying to do show and tell. So this simply slides on there. So now the helmet is hooked. And you do that on both sides. The seat belts actually go over this part of the Hans. And that is what holds it back. So when you hit something, boom, it stretches out, prevents your head from going too far forward. And what happened in my case was the Hans and everything moved forward a little bit. And that happens, that's part of it. But it keeps your spine and your head kind of connected together, which is the ideal. So you don't have a basilar skull fracture. That's really what the Hans was kind of built around, among other things. But that's pretty simple. So there's the back. There's that clips right there. That's how a Hans device works. And yes, we do wear one. There are other devices out there. There's the thing called a Hybrid X, which You put around you, it makes a T-shape on your back, connects to the front of your helmet and the rear. It's a different device, kind of works on the same principle. Anyway, I got to do the other side. So, all right, I probably have rambled longer than y'all have cared about, and if you made it this far in this video, thank you so much. I really do love reading the comments, love the questions, and just remember, this time of year, I got a little more time. I'll probably do some more Q&A kind of stuff. Man, cannot tell y'all how much I appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. See you in the next one. I got to do the hard side now. See ya.